All right, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Vanessa, and you are joining Rekla's first episode of The Courage to Teach Differently. This is our channel launch, and so I will give you a little bit of a background about Rekla, about where we're going, what we hope to accomplish, and I want to invite you to join in this. So, this is going to be an educational channel, but it is not a lecture style channel. This is going to be a collaborative, global conversation that I really want you to be a part of. It's going to be an active channel where teachers and school leaders, we can engage together and collaborate and connect globally. Rekla Learning Studios is the website that I started about 3 months ago. And the reason I started it is because we all can understand how education is really struggling globally right now. And we have the opportunity to make some amazing changes right now. And with Rekla, I want this to be the bridge so that we can connect global education systems with the foundation of Rekla, which is the Finnish education system. It's a bridge that will connect whatever system you're working in, whether it's CBC, IB, PCP, sorry, PYP, or traditional rote memorization classrooms with Rekla's foundation in Finnish pedagogy. The beauty of Finnish pedagogy is that it will mesh with any system. So if it's a system that I didn't mention, if you are in a system that I didn't mention, that's okay, because I want you to join anyways. Because what we will talk about here, you will be able to implement in your classroom as well. It strengthens what's already in your classroom that's working, and it gives teachers the courage to transform one small change at a time. So that's why I named this channel The Courage to Teach Differently, because it does take courage to begin, to take that first step, to try something new in your classroom and see the difference that it makes. Because you will. Finnish education has been around for decades, and they have refined their educational system through research-based techniques, and they know that it works. And so as you begin to trust Rekla, you will see that when you take little steps at a time, it will actually transform your classroom. So this isn't going to be just another educational channel that you can listen to and hear new things. It's an invitation for you to join a global movement. I want to collaborate with teachers and leaders around the globe to join me in making a change in our educational system. Rekla is going to be that bridge between your school system, whatever that is, and Finnish pedagogy. And the best way to do that is through collaboration. On this channel, I'll often be sharing and demonstrating ideas you can bring straight into your classroom. Practical, hands-on strategies. This isn't going to be a theoretical channel where you can listen to lofty ideas. I will be sharing practical application for your classroom. It is not going to be me lecturing and saying, okay, you have to do it this way. No, because the great thing about Finnish pedagogy is that it's flexible and it's adaptable. So no matter where you're at, you can take my ideas, you can take Finnish strategies, you can put them together in your classroom with what you already have, and it will work. I'm here to walk beside you, to listen, and to share and to learn with you. So that is a big part of this channel. On my website, you guys have been joining me already through blogs and podcasts. You've been listening and using some of those lesson bundles, but I cannot get your feedback right from a website. So this channel is being designed as a collaborative conversation where you can share your voice with me. I want teachers and school leaders to engage with me, to share your pain points so that I can make sure that this channel and my website and the lesson bundles and everything that we discuss is aligned with real world classroom challenges, issues, experiences that you're going through. So to get the conversation started, my first question to you, you can just drop a comment in the video here. What's one word that describes how your classroom feels right now? Right? So where you're at, let's reflect where you're at so that we can know when we are actually moving forward. So I want to acknowledge your pain points. I want you to know that you are being heard and that Rekla is here to help you move forward wherever that is. In conversations with teachers globally that I've had, whether it's in Kenya, whether in Saudi Arabia, in Nicaragua, in China, in India, I have heard feedback from teachers and leaders, and some of the biggest pain points right now are overcrowding in the classroom and a big lack of resources and infrastructure. About the conflict between what parents want, what the school wants, maybe what policy and government are saying, and the teachers and the students, they kind of get stuck in the middle. And it's hard to align everything. So it creates a classroom of chaos. It creates a much heavier load for teachers, and it can be exhausting. The burnout is so high in schools right now. Teachers are just stepping away from the classroom because of the requirements and expectations and difficulties they're facing. So I want to be here. Rekla wants to be here for you as teachers to support you, to help you nurture your classroom, to transform it into a learning environment where students feel joy, teachers are feeling good about coming to work every day and knowing that they're making a difference. I want to offer teachers and leaders solutions to these real pain points through many different avenues on my website. I have online self-paced training sessions. I have lesson bundles that can be anywhere from 40 to 60 minutes. You can implement them in addition to your core classes. So it just takes a small part of your day. But when you do that, you build a foundation in a mind shift that will be felt by the students and the teachers. And your class will be known in the school. Wow, they're really different over there, right? Because you are setting those foundational shifts. And my lesson bundles, whether it's leadership or calm classroom routines, or engaging hands-on learning, you will find those lesson bundles to be practical application through warm-ups, main activities, stations, action breaks, lots of different things that you can do in your day that will build that foundation to change that mind shift. And they will be practical strategies, classroom ready activities that you can implement right away. And yes, I know it takes courage, right? It takes courage to change because we might get pushback from parents or from leaders or even from the students, right? They don't understand what's going on and they might not like it. But take it slow, one step at a time, and that's okay. Because even one small change will begin to shift the environment. Kids will sense the shift, behaviors will begin to change and diminish, and learning will begin to increase. So let's pause here and add one more comment to get the conversation continuing. What is one small step you think would help to change your classroom? How could you adjust that mindset in your learning environment so that behaviors will diminish and learning will grow? This channel will be a weekly channel. Every Sunday, I will create a new video and it will be based on a theme. So my website is scheduled around 2-week themes. So for 2 weeks, I focus on a teaching strategy. I focus on a pain point. And everything that I do revolves around that. And so this video on Sundays will be that kickoff. You can go to www.reklalearningstudios.com and you will see that we already have 27 thematic bundles in our store. Some of them are free, some of them are not, but they're very budget friendly. And they're 5-day bundles. Some of them are 1-day bundles. They're kind of one-offs that you could do just to change up the pace a little bit. But every bundle includes the foundational mind shift that you need to transform your classroom. So the theme will be a 2-week theme. Sundays, you can come to our video channel and you can get the kickoff ideas, a couple of strategies to implement right away. And then throughout the next 2 weeks, you can listen to the blogs, use the lesson bundles, and listen to the podcasts, read the blogs, lesson bundles, and podcasts. And you will connect and get a deeper understanding of how to implement that teaching strategy and theme. I'll talk each Sunday about key pain points and give you a sense of what's coming for the next 2 weeks. Some of the themes that you already find that you can start using right away on our website in the store are things like outdoor pedagogy for those forest schools that we have up north. Even if you're not up north, you can use outdoor pedagogy, student-led learning, teacher well-being, leadership, calm classroom routines. There's lots of different themes already uploaded on the website for you to use right away. And everything that I'm sharing here, I want to make sure you understand is grounded in research-backed Finnish education. So you can be assured that what you are using, what you are trying for the first time has already been proven to be effective in the classroom. And if you are a CBC teacher in Kenya, thank you for joining me. I know some of you have already been following me on the website and the blogs, but this channel will be just as effective for you because Finnish education and CBC are very similar in their competencies. So teachers that are transitioning from the 844 system to the 733 system in Kenya, the bundles, the blogs, the podcasts, and this channel will apply directly to you, but also to teachers globally. Like I said, we can implement these strategies in any classroom. One of the greatest strengths of Finnish education is its 7 transversal competencies, which align very closely with the CBC competencies. So when I talk about either system, you'll see how they fit hand in hand. And as global classrooms, if you're not in one of those systems, that's okay, because they will still be applicable to you. So go ahead, drop me a line, let me know what themes matter most to you right now so that I can get a head start on some of the themes that you are working through at this moment as your pain points. There are already a lot of resources available for teachers and leaders on my website. Like I said, we've only been around for 3 months, and we're still uploading more and more to support schools and educators globally. But we did just celebrate our 3-month anniversary. So we're very proud of that. Yay! And because of that, we are offering the 1 module training course that's called The Courage to Teach Differently. And we're offering it as a discount. So you can use the code COURAGE10, COURAGE, and the number 10 when you check out, and you will get a discount on that training course. It's just a 1 short module, but it gives you a strong introduction to Finnish pedagogy and shows you how to begin applying Rekla in your classroom. It also gives you a taste of some of the larger training sessions that I offer, courses, and how they can support you in your journey. I'm grateful that there are already many teachers connecting and engaging with Rekla through our website and blogs and resources. And this channel is here to take the next step forward, to deepen that connection and grow this movement with you. I can't do it alone. So please subscribe, like my channel, join me so that we can create a global conversation that changes education. Let me talk a little bit about Finnish pedagogy so that you kind of know what Rekla is based in. Finland has built one of the most respected educational systems in the world. It's grounded in research, refined over decades, and consistently produces excellent outcomes without the stress and overload many systems today are facing. Some of the core principles: equity before excellence. Every student gets the support they need. Not every student gets the same support. Every student gets the support they need where they're at. Less is more. Shorter school days, not so much standardized testing. They don't have that till they're 16. And frequent breaks, 15 minutes break for every 45 minutes of learning. And I know I could already hear some of you saying, but my system doesn't allow for that flexibility. That's okay. Even small steps within your classroom, you can take a break, have 45 minutes of learning, and then everybody stand up from your desk, do some movement, do some yoga, do some breathing. You can create some of those strategies adapted to the system that you're in. Trust in teachers is high on the priority list in Finland. Teachers are educated with master's degrees. They're respected and trusted to design their own lessons. And again, I know some of you are stuck in a system that doesn't have a high level of trust, and there's a lot of micromanaging. But start the conversation. I would encourage you, really start the conversation with your leaders, with your colleagues. Help them understand how building that level of foundational trust could actually transform the classrooms and the school. Collaboration over competition. So schools support one another instead of competing with one another. Students in classrooms don't have reward charts where they're competing with their classmates who's doing the best. They're working together, creating class agreements and understanding that it is their responsibility to manage their behavior. It's their responsibility to drive their education. Well-being is also a foundational point, not only for students, but also for teachers. They have a priority. So 600 teaching hours for Finnish teachers versus 1,000 teaching hours for United States or the UK. So Finnish teachers have more time for reflection, for planning, preparing. So again, I would encourage you to start that conversation with your school leaders and your colleagues. See if you can start shifting towards collaborative work, towards more time to prepare and plan and reflect on what you're teaching and learning. At the very heart of Finnish pedagogy is trust. It's also a foundation for Rekla. The 5 pillars of Rekla also begin with trust, because without trust, we cannot move forward. It is just impossible. So now I don't just want to talk about big ideas on this channel. I want every video to include 1 to 3 practical solutions that you can implement and try right away. And since the school year for many of you is just beginning, there's a few weeks in already. Just takes a couple of minutes for you to implement in your day. So you can start tomorrow if tomorrow's your first day of the week, or Monday. Instead of starting the day with rows or silent routines, gather your students in a circle. Ask one simple question. What's one word for how you feel today? Or what's one thing you're looking forward to this week? This small change signals that every voice matters. It is amazing what happens when you change the routine and you change the way students feel towards each other in that circle. It creates calm, it builds connection, and it begins to shift the classroom mindset from control to collaboration. And next Sunday, I'm going to follow up from this question and ask you to share in the comments how your circle integration went, because this channel is about trying things together and reflecting together. That's what Rekla is about bridging the best of Finnish pedagogy with the realities of your classroom and helping you move one step at a time towards something better. So my goal with Rekla is to take you from where you're at now, whether that's in a traditional system or something in transition, and walk you towards something transformative. It starts with a mindset shift. It builds through small, consistent steps, and it grows into what I hope will be an exceptional experience for teachers, leaders, parents, schools, communities, and students alike. So my last prompt for today is this. What do you think will be the most beneficial for you as you join this channel? Jot it down in the comments so I can see where you're at. What topics do you most want me to focus on? And how can we collaborate so I can truly address the pain points that you're facing? I want Rekla to be more than just content to share. I want it to be a community about connecting with teachers and leaders globally that's with relevant information that we're dealing with right now. And that's why this movement matters, right? When we choose to teach differently, we make space for calm, we make space for joy, and we make space for trust. And that's how we move together from traditional to transformative to hopefully an exceptional learning environment. So I'd like you to invite you to subscribe. Don't just follow the channel, but join a global educational movement. Tomorrow will be our first Sunday video, and we will premiere the theme, Teacher Energy equals Student Energy. We'll explore how your own well-being flows directly into your students' learning. As we finish, take a moment to reflect. How has your energy been this past week? And what's one change that could help you create a calmer, more enjoyable week ahead with your students? Thanks for joining me globally to all my teachers everywhere. I am glad that you have taken part in our first channel video, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.